Before we go, I really want to ask, what would you really like us to take away? What are a few key thoughts that you really want us to hear and know about what you're here to teach us?
I'll share the same thing I often speak about with my husband because he came from a Catholic background. He came from a society where he was never exposed to our people until he met me. Um, he's white, for the lack of a better term. I call him a leprechaun because he's of Irish background. Um,
It's not
uh,
true.
and so I always say to, like, I asked him, it's like a check-in almost, because he's chosen to immerse himself in our culture, in my culture. Um, how is life now since you've been with me, since you've joined our family, versus, and not in a negative context, but what have you learned from before we came together? And he said, because I said I cannot imagine living um, a life without purpose. I can't. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be lost. Um, and he has said that he has learned, and by walking and observing, because he has to, because he's got to help. In our culture, we're always
Mhm.
helping, right? He's brought here for a purpose, and he's really cognizant of that, of why he came, why he was given, or why we were blessed with the opportunity to be together, and the purpose of that, and what it means. And he's learning that every day. And I mean, it's been 15 years now, but he's learning that, and he's learned that. And really, I would ask people to step outside of themselves and step outside of their ego and fulfill their purpose, find out what it is.
Mm.
You're not here just for yourself, because if you were, you might as well go live out someplace, all, in the boondocks, where you don't have any interaction with anybody or anything, and just sit there.
Mhm.
We all have a purpose. And when someone is not fulfilling their purpose, that means somebody else has to carry it for them. You and I have to carry it for them.
Mhm.
And they become a burden instead of being that beautiful, whatever it was they were placed here for. Step
Mhm.
outside of the ego and do what it is you're supposed to do, why you were placed here, and find out what that is.